All right, Bobcat fans, we're here on deck with head coach Chris Whatley. This segment sponsored by Roof Masters and Bubba's 33 in Longview, Texas. Coach, man, we just talked to some of your players. I don't know how we're here, but we're halfway through district, and it seems like baseball just started the other day. For us, anyways. You've been in it 24/7 year-round. But where are we at right now halfway through the district?
It has flown by.
Yes.
Yeah, we talked today, and we're guaranteed 8 more games. So, it's been fast and furious, and we're starting the second half of district this week. The first half will finish up tonight. White House and Texas High play each other tonight, make up their game. But after that, the first half will be done, and we'll get right back after it. Friday night, Texas High.
You go up to their house.
Yeah.
And that's probably one of the most beautiful natural fields. Mm-hmm. You play golf on that, but it's a hard place to win.
It's a hard place to win.
And if you can stay in the game, unlike your wife got thrown out of the ball game up there. But it's
you gotta bring that up, man. You can get in trouble.
I like to dig that.
Hey, I defend her. She had a right.
I want to know, how many years now as the head coach?
This is the 4th.
How many years total here at Hallsville?
13.
13 years, and kind of a two-part question. What's the biggest difference when you first came on as an assistant coach to now, and what's the biggest difference from your first year as a head coach to now?
That's a good question. This is a place I want to be.
Yeah.
Hallsville it's an extraordinary place, and it's a small town, big district, but both my wife and I and my girls, this is home, and we ain't going nowhere. So but to answer your question, it's a very, I guess, the community it's strong.
Yeah.
Right? When you're doing good, they're going to let you know. When you're doing bad, they're going to let you know.
They're going to let you know.
And
trust me.
Expectations.
Word travels fast around here. So, but the expectation is to win around here, and I understand that, and I've understood it since I've been here. Watching Coach Mitchell just, trying to do a good job around here. Just, one, put a good product on the field, but then 2, instill some value into our kids because, baseball will come to an end. So we want our guys to be, good human beings and good, father figures whenever they get out of here. And so that's a big part for us, not just, winning and losing. Yes, that's important, but at the end of the day, when they leave here, they got to be good young men. So
the 4 years now, the first year was it's a lot easier now than it was the first year as a head coach. Mm-hmm. You've got it down, your program. Is it fully Chris Whatley's program
right
now?
Yes. I would say so. Every kid in our program is one that started for us. So, they know our expectation. They know our standards. And not a lot of it is deviated from what it was. It's just a different voice yelling at them now from the head guy. Outside of that,
not near as loud.
I don't know. I'm pretty loud, I think.
You don't have that mental boom. Now, one thing we have noticed, and this is kind of funny to us, when the pitcher's doing really well and you just want to kind of go out there and talk to him, it's a leisure walk out there.
Yeah.
And when the pitcher's not doing so well, we have that mall walk.
The mall walk.
The speed.
I was going to get you some wind pants and a little step counter.
I've never noticed that.
When you're not happy, when Coach Whatley comes out of the dugout, we can tell real quick, he's in the mall walk mode. It's just wide open, them steps. Do you?
No, I didn't know that.
Well, this year, team-wise, makeup of this team, and every year, every team makeup is different. What are your strengths of the team this year? Where do they got to get better?
We're still putting stuff together, which is, we were talking the other day. We're 17-7 or something like that. We're having a very good year, right? And the scary thing is we haven't put it together yet.
Right.
And, as frustrated as I get sometimes with these guys, and I told them, this is my passion. I'm going to get frustrated. I'm going to yell at you. I'm going to stay on you because I love you and I expect a lot out of you guys. But we haven't even put it together yet. So, if we get good pitching, good hitting, good defense, all that in the same game, we're going to be really tough to beat. But it is baseball. It's sports. It's athletic. It's hard. So,
Dealing with teenagers.
And I'm dealing. That's somebody asked me that the other day. Why do y'all lose? I don't know. I got a 16, 17-year-old kid. I'm trying to.
Yeah, no telling what he's thinking about.
We're not trying to lose. So and they're not trying. So I mean, it's interesting.
Yes,
Coach. To me, and this is just me up there in the casual. Your pitching this year has done well.
Yeah.
And right now they've done really well to me.
Yeah, we've had every opportunity, every game. I mean, we haven't just gone out there and just gotten obliterated.
No.
I mean, and I always hear people saying like, an offensive thing, a hitting thing, and I just respond like, you go show me one team that can hit, so I can go watch them because hitting is difficult. But I think everybody just expects it to be easy and put balls in play. And I even get like that sometimes with them. I'm like, I don't understand how you're not hitting or how you're swinging and missing so much.
Right.
But then I go back and start thinking when I was a hitter, I was like, oh man, I did a lot of it too. Like it's not easy. And the bad part or the unfortunate part is a lot of our untimely hitting has been in big situations. So it gets even blown up even more. But I'm like, men, keep doing what you're doing. It's going to come together and we're going to be all right.
That brings up kind of my next question I was going to ask you about today is there were some balls hit against Nacogdoches that were actually smashed.
Yeah, that center fielder made some plays.
They made some plays on.
Brett
hit two.
There was 3 or 4 balls, and I'm talking were 380 feet off the plate, and he was catching
a lot of other parks on a lot of other days would have been gone. But I'm tying it back into what's it like playing in the ballpark in Hallsville. It plays like a big park.
No, it's a big field.
The ball doesn't travel. It's a big field down in the hole. I mean, what's that like compared to playing in other parks?
No, it's a big field. I mean, obviously, I'd say like us and probably Lobo over at Longview are 2 of the bigger fields that we play
Lobo's
on.
got 400 deep dead center.
But I mean, when we're hitting in the gaps, it's fun.
Yeah, I was going to say,
we're running, and with your aggressive style,
and I think I like it. Going back to what you're saying, I like playing in a bigger field because our pitching is going to throw to contact, and you go to a school like Marshall or Mount Pleasant where it's smaller.
Right.
Balls might fly out on a ball that we catch most of the time. So I like playing on bigger fields. I think it's better for us. And
you got the big B&G monster out there keeping stuff in.
It gives your pitcher room to make a mistake.
Yeah, it does.
If he makes a mistake at Mount Pleasant, you're handing getting another ball. Mm-hmm. Not in Hallsville. You just got some.
No, we'll start the second half, and
Texas time Friday night.
Yeah, all we can do is control what we do. We can't, yes, I root for other teams some nights more than others, but I don't got no control over that. So we control what we do, and we'll see what happens.
Well, you look at the Lufkin game, and I know we're about out of time, but you look at the Lufkin game, we was on base all night long.
Yeah.
Same in Mount Pleasant, we're on base all night long. It's just.
We just chalked that up. We just had a bad game against Lufkin. I mean, it was from start to finish. It's spring break. Not that it's an excuse, but it's just a funny timing. It's like, football, they deal with it doing like our fall break.
It's tough. It ain't easy.
It's just a different routine. Not that that's why we lost. I mean, we just played bad that night.
And their pitcher wasn't overpowering, but he pitched well.
No, he was fine.
Last question, Coach. We are out of time, man. One of the things I've noticed this year, the crowds you've had have been very big this year. And is that something your team feeds off of, you as coaching staff feeds off?
It's fun, and since we're on the radio and we can be seen, I will encourage more student body to show up because we have a lot of people show up to our games, but when I do look across, it's a lot of people that are not going to school here.
Right.
So I think for us having that home field advantage, like I would highly encourage to get as many of our kids out there.
100% agree.
I think that would, to create more of a home field advantage and more,
I'd love to clear that small set of bleachers over there just for the students.
I'd like to just add some more
let
bleachers.
Them go.
Yeah.
Just add some more bleachers for them.
I've seen it in games take, over opposing teams.
Yeah. But no, the crowd's been awesome. Like I said, the support here is, it's hard to beat. So hopefully we keep playing well for them.
And we will.
Coach, thank you for joining us. Fans and I'm on deck with head coach Chris Whatley. We'll see y'all next time.